Have you ever checked your Google Analytics and seen, say, 1,000 people visited your website, but you know good and well you only got 3 or 4 form fills and a handful of phone calls? What happened to the rest of them? Now, most people don't convert or take an action on your website the first time they visit your website. Think about how you browse the web. You don't do that either. You're looking around at different sites, you're checking out different service providers, and you're not going to just fill out a form on any site that you get onto. In fact, you probably guard that information very carefully, and you're only going to fill out the form or make a call if you're really sure that you're ready to move forward in the purchasing decision process. That's the same thing with your audience. In fact, well over 95% of your total addressable market is in the market for your services at any given time. And the small percentage that's left, they're doing their shopping. They're looking around. They're not making instant buying decisions. And that's where retargeting comes in. If you're running ad campaigns, you should have a retargeting campaign running alongside it. Let's talk about what retargeting is and how to make it work for you. You've probably had this experience where you've been on a website and then suddenly you're seeing the ad for that website all over the place. In fact, you can't get away from it. You see that ad over and over again for 30 days, 60 days, maybe even 90 days. Here's what's happening. You are getting retargeted. See, what happens is you visit a website and a little piece of code gets put on your web browser. And because of that, they're able to serve an ad to you so you can make a better buying decision. Keep in mind, retargeting does not work very well on iPhones because of enhanced security protocols, but it absolutely is on most web browsers. Now, retargeting ads are great because number one, they're really cheap. You're paying per click, but you get tens of thousands of impressions. So you're getting that visibility over and over and over again before you even pay for a click. Retargeting ads generally have very low click-through rates, but if you're thinking about retargeting like keeping top of mind brand awareness ongoing over and over and over again, then just imagine the impact of somebody seeing your ad, your name, your face, your business over and over again for 30, 60, or 90 days. Now, what makes a good retargeting campaign really stand out? Well, it comes down to segmentation and really understanding your target audience. So let's say someone fills out a contact form on your page. That's a higher intent person than someone who's just browsed your website for a couple of seconds and left. Some types of retargeting campaigns lets you create specific ads depending on the type of action somebody has previously taken on your website. A few other things you should ask your media buyer or agency is if they've set frequency caps. At some point, retargeting ads reach their end of lifespan. And if you keep showing the same ad to the same person over and over again without any variety in that, you're gonna burn that audience out pretty quick, and then those ads are much less effective. You can also set up some settings in the back end of your ads that will not show that retargeting ad once someone has made a purchase. Many times that means you have to integrate your CRM or a customer list into the ad platform so that the ad platform knows who not to show the ad to because they're already your customer. So let's talk about retargeting in a world that is valuing online privacy more and more. I'm sure you've noticed if you have an iPhone that the phone settings will allow you to ask the app not to track you. And this really plays into retargeting. So what it's doing is it's not allowing that little piece of code to get onto your phone's browser so that the advertiser can't follow you around with various ads. Now, most of us appreciate that. We, as consumers, we like to be more in control of our privacy settings and how advertisers can find us. However, as business owners, this obviously presents a problem because it makes retargeting ads and ads in general less effective, or maybe we could say less visible, less transparent. We just don't really know what's going on at the same level that we used to before these privacy settings came into place. So what can we do about it? Well, there's a few different ways. So with advertiser cookies quickly going away, what can we do as advertisers and business owners? And we fortunately still have some tools up our tool belt to help us reach the right people at the right time with the right message. One thing we can do is collect first-party data, and this allows you to collect actual data that you own based on visitors on your website. Now, you have to have the right privacy policy on your website, but this is legal and very important for websites and business owners that rely on understanding exactly who's visiting their site outside of third-party tracking cookies from, say, Google or Facebook. Another tool you could use would be custom audiences through Facebook or Google Customer Match. These allow us to reach the right kind of people without relying on invasive tracking. Contextual targeting is also very interesting, and it's making a comeback. And this lets us place ads in front of people based on what they're reading versus their personal data. There's a number of AI-powered predictive targeting tools that really help marketers reach the right people with, again, less data. The bottom line is retargeting and advertising still works, but really only if we're building trust with people. Transparency and consent are so important in advertising these days, and I think it's only going to become more and more important. You need to have the right privacy policy on your website so that you are compliant with all the applicable laws, and you can use the data that's available to you to make good purchasing decisions with your ad dollars. At the end of the day, retargeting is still one of the most effective forms of advertising that we have. It helps you be seen by the right person, the right time, in the right place, over and over and over again until somebody is ready to make a purchase decision.